Mr. Paap, you're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Kevin Paap. As mentioned, I, along with my wife Julie, is here today, grow corn and soybeans in Blue Earth County, Minnesota. I'm the Minnesota Farm Bureau State President. Minnesota Farm Bureau strongly believes that with the current financial stress farmers and ranchers are facing, we need to maintain and expand our market opportunities. We are truly blessed. We grow more than we need. The current tariffs, continuing back and forth retaliatory actions, and trade uncertainties are hitting American agriculture from all sides and are causing us to lose our markets. Once you lose a market, it's really hard to get it back. Agriculture is facing the perfect storm. Trade uncertainties, decade lows in farm income, agriculture labor shortages, and the uncompleted farm bill. It's quickly becoming more than we can handle. In trade wars, agriculture has been and continues to be the tip of the spear. All commodities are being impacted. But in Minnesota, we're hearing the most from our members that are growing soybeans and raising pigs. Page 3 of my written testimony clearly shows what trade uncertainty has done to our prices. Low prices are causing serious negative impacts on our farm income. Bottom line, lost sales lead to lower prices. Many decisions in farming are not made week to week. We have to make decisions a long time before our crops are planted, much less harvested. We understand that there are things out of our control, like the weather. We can manage some of that risk through crop insurance and other risk management tools. What we didn't know was the level of trade tensions we would be experiencing and the serious price impacts they have on our crops as we move closer to harvest. The impacts of tariffs on prices is what's keeping us up at night. Clearly, there are significant economic challenges, not only in agriculture, but also in our rural communities. Agriculture exports are important economic drivers. If you lose the market, it's really hard to get it back. We cannot afford to lose our place at the table as a leader in the global marketplace. We need to be at the table. If we're not at the table, we will be on the menu. Tariffs are severely impacting our 3 largest markets, Canada, Mexico, and China. Canada, Mexico, and China accounted for 43% of our farm exports last year. President Trump often talks about our need to export things that we make, but from a rural America perspective, we also need to export more of the things we grow. We recognize that over 95% of the world's population does not live in the United States. We must work together to protect, modify, and modernize our current trade agreements. We must be at the table. We must expand our market opportunities through new trade agreements. Minnesota Farm Bureau strongly believes that we need to resolve the trade concerns before resorting to tariffs. It is critical that we limit trade disruptions and resolve trade disputes through negotiations, not tariffs, and not withdrawals from other trade agreement discussions. We must be at the table. Once you lose a market, it's really tough to get it back. I appreciate the opportunity to appear before this subcommittee and look forward to answering your questions.